show where we talk all the latest tech news, leaks, and rumors. And first of all, we have our first episode with video. So now you'll be able to watch it on TechCast on the YouTube channel, and you'll be able to listen to it on all your favorite podcast platforms. And of course, edited in Final Cut. Finally, I got it back working. That's a long story. I had to go back to El Capitan because Big Sur was killing my Mac. That wasn't going to work because Final Cut doesn't work unless you're running Catalina. So I'm now running macOS Catalina.
Oh, did you not update your Final Cut to Big Sur?
Oh yeah, it's on the Big Sur update, but it's working in Catalina.
That's weird because when I updated mine, it told me to update it with the update button to work with Big Sur. So I just hit update and it updates the library.
Oh wow. Yeah.
So that's probably all you had to do.
Yeah, well, I'm running it. Final Cut Pro is working now. I'm not touching it.
Was the performance better or worse?
The performance is actually as good as the day I got it. It's actually fixed. So
probably just needed a fresh install.
Hoping it doesn't. Oh, it's got plenty of fresh installs.
Yeah.
I also have Windows partitioned on it now, which is another story.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I don't want to use a Windows laptop. I want to be able to use a desktop. So the only way to get some programs was to run Windows. So there we go. That's my situation.
Yeah. I have not used Final Cut in a while. That last video I uploaded 3 weeks ago was probably the last. I can't remember if I edited that on my laptop or on my iMac.
I think you edited that one on the M1 MacBook. Some of it anyways.
No, I think, yeah, no, I edited it on my iMac. I did. Yeah. On my iMac.
That iMac is chugging along. I don't know how it can handle your 4K footage.
I don't know either. Oh, it's not. You see, I'm editing off an external drive.
That's a big part of it. Yeah. I edit off a 1 terabyte SSD drive. So, yeah, and I have another 2 terabyte one in my drawer here, just waiting for that 1 terabyte one to fill up. Because at the rate my videos are going at, one video takes up about 20 gigs when I export.
Oh yeah, so, those big files.
Yeah,
they take for hours to upload on YouTube.
My files don't take too long actually, so they don't. They take about 10 minutes at longest.
Mine are like a few gigabit, like probably somewhere between, depending on the length of the video, 3 to 8 gigs with the H.264 or whatever. So like they only take like 10 or so minutes to upload. But the external drive I'm using is a hard drive, and it's the Western Digital, but it's their red drives. They're supposed to be a bit more performance focused.
They're more performance intensive.
Yeah, so when I edit on the internal iMac drive, it's like, nope.
Yeah, definitely. I might look at getting myself a NAS at some point or building myself one because eventually I can't be editing off Western Digital hard drives all the time.
Yeah. See, I'm going to replace my hard drive, my internal one, with an SSD and add more RAM.
That makes sense.
Hopefully that will improve things a little bit.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to because at some point this year and early next year, at some point this iMac is going to die on me between now and this time next year. Or I just won't be able to do anything on it. So the goal is to either build myself a PC and cram it full of hard drives, or to build myself a respectable PC, 2070 maybe, Ryzen 5 and 16 gigs of RAM or something middle of the road spec for video editing, and then just cram that full of hard drives. That's
yeah. I see.
At the end of the day, I'll be cramming whatever I get with hard drives.
Yeah. This I could probably actually this iMac, because it's the 24-inch one. Not what am I saying? 27-inch one.
Yeah.
It has the 4K 5K 27-inch, so it has the PCIe SSD slot in the board.
Yeah, it does.
So if I wanted, I could put that on it and the one I have now.
That's handy.
Get rid of the hard drive, but that's expensive. So I just got the SATA
Yeah.
one, the SSD that plugs into the hard drive.
Yeah, the M-SATA SSD. That's not too
Yeah.
bad.
So hopefully,
yeah, it's strange. Like, I'm conflicted. I do want to get Apple Silicon. That's a given.
Yeah.
But whatever I get, I'm going to be keeping for a good 5 years, maybe. Same with my phone. Like, this iMac's 5 years old now. So I need to think, am I going to go for a laptop or am I going to go for a desktop? Because I'm more of a laptop person now, but the extra screen real estate is really nice.
Yeah. You see, the last time we talked about this, I was getting the iMac, but now I think I've kind of switched it to getting the MacBook instead. It depends.
Or you can get a top spec Mac Pro for €6,000, and that's better than the base model.
Oh my God! Yeah, did you see my tweet from earlier?
Yeah, yeah.
That was so weird. Like Apple has a bunch of them in there, but there's this one specific one where it's €6,769. So it is a good 300 and something euros more expensive than a brand new base model. But
makes sense.
You're getting 48 gigs of RAM instead of the base. What's the base? 8 gigs?
8 gigs. No.
For God's sake. You get an extra.
32 gigs. 32 gigs, sorry. 32.
Is that the base? Oh, okay. So 48 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte SSD, the 5700X graphics.
That's the upgrade graphics, yeah.
Yeah, it's like 3 tiers up. And it's only like 300 and something euro more than buying a brand new base model, which only has the 32 gigs. Or was it 30?
Does that have the Afterburner card included though?
I don't know.
You see, that's one of the big things that you buy a Mac Pro for the Afterburner card.
Probably.
But I'm sure you can buy that separately at this point.
Yeah.
I'm fairly sure you can.
But
so
the thing, But the thing is that I was looking at the upgrades, and I forget which upgrade it was, but one of the upgrades is 600 and something euros alone. Just one of them.
Yeah, that's the RAM upgrade.
You're better off
hard drive storage.
I'm wondering what they're on. Like, why are they giving such a good deal in the?
You see, it's a refurbished store, so they don't have to pay attention to packaging. Like, they can just ship it in a brown cardboard box. They can exclude, like, they can say, oh yeah, we don't have to replace out the casing because the casing probably has nothing wrong with it. Maybe they just clean up the hard drive a bit, but other than that,
like, it's such a good deal though, and probably not compared to a PC, but compared to what they have brought for
compared to the iMac Pro at that spec, you're getting a way better deal.
Yeah, the iMac Pro, forgot about that.
Yeah, and it's upgradable. You have to think about that as well.
Yeah. Well, the iMac Pro, I think, it's just as upgradable as mine. You can replace the SSD, you could replace the RAM, and even the CPU, I think.
You can replace you can replace the SSD, CPU, and RAM.
Just not the GPU.
In the iMac Pro. But you probably won't get any replacement parts if you break anything.
Yeah. They're scarce.
Yeah. So you can replace it, but if you drop it.
I don't know how you do that, but breaking it as soon as you get it. See, that €600 you save on the refurb.
Yeah. You could put that into a monitor. Like a good monitor.
You're saving a good bit of money actually getting that refurb. So you could get the wheels. Get a Pro Display XDR stand.
No, you won't even be able to buy a stand.
No,
but you could get like a good LG Optifine monitor, like a nice 4K monitor you could get. If you're getting a Mac Pro, you don't need the Pro Display XDR. It's just a nice to have, not a must have.
Yeah. It's a nice to have that. If you have the money, you can get it.
Your bank account will have nothing in it after you get the Mac Pro anyway, so.
Yeah, it's essentially doubles the price of the Mac Pro, or the base model anyway.
Yeah, and a lot of people did get the Pro Display XDR because it was marketed as a really good monitor, XDR features. Half the people don't even use it for the visual features.
Probably. Like,
people are editing their iPhone 12 XDR footage on it.
Yeah, it's a very small minority of people.
I mean, don't you edit HDR footage off? Oh wait, no, you had an iPhone 12 for a while, so you were actually editing HDR footage.
But Final Cut didn't support it, so all that was like, it was pointless. I had to bring down all the settings and bring them down and change it and balance everything out.
Yeah.
But I just copied what Jonathan Morrison did. It only took a few minutes.
Yeah, true. That is a good point.
But yeah.
Yeah, it's strange, all that, but I'm definitely looking at an upgrade at some point.
Yeah.
And even if I was to upgrade, I don't think I'd go Apple Silicon. I don't think I'd go Apple Silicon if I was getting another Mac.
Really? If you get another Mac?
If I get another Mac, like, I wouldn't go for an iMac, but I'd get a MacBook. I put that money into getting an i5 version of a 16-inch MacBook Pro.
Oh, interesting. i7 wouldn't be an i5.
Yeah, an i7, but I get an i7 MacBook Pro, like 16-inch. Maybe get 16 gigs of RAM and a terabyte SSD. That would be fine for years to come, like, so.
Interesting. What made you go Intel instead of Apple Silicon?
One, it's cheaper. It is much cheaper to go the Intel route just because it's old tech and no one wants it. And two, because there's nothing wrong with 16-inch MacBook Pro. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
And if I'm being honest, yeah, the M1 can beat it in a lot of ways.
Yeah, like I was watching Luke Miani's video earlier. He put it against the M1 MacBook from now. He got a 15-inch actually, not even the 16 inch. It's 15-inch.
15-inch from 2019, yeah.
Yeah, and it beat it in the multi-core it better than, I think?
It beat it in the multi-core score just because it had the GPU. That's the only reason.
Oh yeah, it was the graphics ones. Yeah, the BMW render and the what was the other render?
And that's a big reason why I know I'm not editing a huge amount of 4K footage, but when I get another computer, it's for longevity. I got this computer in July of last year, like I bought it myself. And this could edit footage fine. But through all the camera upgrades and all the footage I've been throwing at it, and I've been doing extra text layers, and you've seen the timeline that I posted into the Discord.
Yeah,
it is
intense.
It is mental, and they're only getting more mental from here.
Yeah.
So
graphics would be nice. A nice upgrade.
The graphics is a big thing for me, and I know I can't go with Premiere Pro. I don't think I can for the editing that I'm doing now. So the workflow is just too slow.
Oh, okay. Is it Premiere that's slow, or is it?
It's not even Premiere that's slow. It's just the workflow isn't as fast as, because you have to click a button, then you have to move your mouse, you have to manually click where you want to. You can't just do a command and it will cut the footage.
They don't have shortcuts.
They do have shortcuts, but you have to physically move the mouse and click everywhere you want.
Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah, there's no just command and B. There's no command press, which is a big reason why I don't use Premiere.
I see what you mean. Yeah. Now. It's a lot more efficient. Just be command B, command this, command that, command.
If you see the amount of cuts I do in one video, like in the first 30 seconds of this clip. I'm pointing out here because the people can see.
Like 20 cuts or something.
There was 30 cuts in the first 30 seconds.
Jesus. So a cut a second.
Yeah, there was pretty much a good few cuts, and I had to cut where there was going to be text. Then I had to cut where the text was ending. I had to add in text, I had sound effects, to do intros. This thing is going to blow up one of these days.
Yeah, I get what you mean, because when I'm editing on this, and even actually my MacBook, it edits video because it has an SSD, the PCIe SSD.
It edits better.
because the MacBooks got that really early compared to the iMac. The iMacs only got that there at the end of 2020. So because of the SSD, it edits a lot better and it's directly on the internal drive.
For sure.
But because it's integrated graphics, because I have the base model 15-inch, as soon as I add text, it starts to chug a little.
Now this iMac used to chug. This iMac used to chug when I added text. It's not an issue anymore.
You see, mine does. My iMac does it, and it has like 2 gigs of RAM. But I think that's because of the hard drive.
Well, 2 gigs of RAM is kind of a problem when you're editing videos to start off with.
Well, my MacBook only has 8 gigs, so
this
probably
also
that's probably the issue there as well. That's probably actually also the issue there, the 8 gigs of RAM on the integrated graphics, and then with this, it's the 8 gigs of RAM and the hard drive. So when text gets added on,
this is definitely if this iMac goes kaput, I'm instantly moving over to this laptop. Because this laptop has a 256 gigabyte NVMe SSD. Gen 3 NVMe SSD. So basically the fastest SSD you can get for a laptop. It has 16 gigs of RAM and an i5 10th gen.
Okay.
And yet the iMac is still faster at rendering out videos.
It'd be interesting to see Apple try and make an optimized version of Final Cut for Windows. I wonder
if they did that, I'd be all over. I'd actually switch full stop.
That's probably why they don't.
Yeah.
It would be interesting to see how an optimized version of Final Cut for Windows would run on decent hardware.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking at. I mean, I'm not going to be getting another desktop, I don't think, just because when you buy a desktop, and I was looking at Mac Mini, I can get a Mac Mini for €650, M1 base Mac Mini.
Jeez, that's such a deal.
Yeah, I get a 14% discount with Apple on all the M1 Macs. But if it was to get a desktop, I'd have to get a good monitor with it. I can't get a Mac Mini, just get a bad monitor.
Yeah, so it'd probably realistically be closer to 900, 9, maybe even $1,000.
Yeah, by the time you get because I probably would get an Optifine, like a 4K LG ultra fine monitor to go with it.
Oh yeah,
just to do it right,
Yeah, so they're a good like 12, depending which size, get 1,200, €1,500. So that's $2,000 basically.
Well, ideally I'd spend €400, €600 on a monitor. That's probably what I'd spend because you'd be keeping the Mac Mini for a long time. So
yeah, it's a long-term investment.
It's better just to buy a laptop. That way you have a screen, but you also can kind of use a monitor.
What year is your iMac again?
It's the late 2015. So
we're talking about screens right now, and my screen on my iMac has a bunch of burn-in.
Lovely.
Oops.
Yeah, my iMac has none of that. It's literally still chugging along.
Mine's a late 2014, and it just has a bunch of a burn-in on it, like around the edges.
Oh, like, the screen, the LCD,
it's
burning in, delamination is happening. Yeah.
Oh no, not the what do you call it? The stain gate thing, like it's burning. Another way OLED burns in.
Yeah, no, I don't know what you're doing with it, so.
I don't know why it's doing it either.
It's not supposed to do that.
I think a couple of times I accidentally left it on all night, and then there was like I use it at full brightness all the time, and then but most of the time it had a screensaver on.
Yeah, so I don't know what caused that.
But there's also this other annoying thing that when I go to lock it at night, like turn off the screen, and I place the mouse down and then it turns on the screen again.
Yeah, I've had that issue so many times.
It's so annoying.
It is too annoying.
But that might also cause this. I don't know, because yesterday I was using Google Safari for a while, and I scrolled sideways into Discord, and just the whole edge of Safari was bled into the right hand side and the bottom of the computer.
Oh.
So I could see all my apps and I could see all my edge side of Safari, and I was like, oh, it goes away after a few minutes.
Maybe it's time you bought maybe it's time you rebought your MacBook Pro, your M1 MacBook Pro.
I'm just waiting for the 16-inch to come out.
I don't think you'll last that long.
I think the iMac would be fine for until then, hopefully, because it doesn't. The weird thing is the burn-in isn't a permanent burn-in.
Oh, it's a ghosting effect. That's what it is. It's a ghosting effect.
Yeah, it's ghosting.
Something happened to your panel, obviously, that's done that. But I don't know. So that sucks, though, that happened. Maybe it's just them telling you should just buy a new Mac now and settle.
Well, I've had this Mac for I bought it in August of 2019. So I've had it for, it'd be 2 years in August.
Well, fair enough. If you can get 2 years out of it and it's that old, then you've done a good job.
Yeah,
this iMac was purchased originally back in February of 2016, and I just bought off a family member. But yeah, it's been going since February 2016.
Interesting.
So yeah,
mine was already 5 years old when I bought it. And when I had it, there was like a fake tan all over the computer itself and the keyboard. So I had to clean it all. So that makes you wonder how. I actually haven't even opened it yet. So I wonder how dusty it is inside.
That's probably what's causing the screen. There's just probably a thick layer of dust.
Probably. If I get in and like see if it is dusty or not, and if it is, and clean it and see, maybe that might help the performance a little bit.
Just a little bit. Your fans probably don't even turn on anymore.
Sure, there's only one fan in it. The 27-inch iMacs only have one fan.
Oh yeah, it probably doesn't even turn on anymore.
Well, it does. You hear it.
Yeah.
It does turn on, yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, my fan just doesn't turn on. I don't know what I've done to it.
Oops.
Of course, the iMac did fall off a table at one stage. I think I tweeted about it, so
that probably
could have been it.
Yeah, that probably did something.
Maybe. But yeah, so obviously we're coming up to our half hour now. We're doing the shorter podcasts now. We're hoping to do more of them, and doing shorter episodes will allow us to do more of them because we can do them like that.
It fits easier into both of our time schedules.
Yeah. So, any closing thoughts before we head off and do whatever?
Well, I'll definitely be getting that 16-inch whenever the hell it comes out.
March event.
Hopefully. If it's not then, hopefully June.
Oh yeah.
I just hope that the redesign comes with it and it's not just a revision of the current one.
Hopefully I don't think they're going to be redesigning it. It's been too soon since the redesign.
Yeah.
They should have saved that for the actual silicon version.
Yeah, they should. Any other thoughts do I have? No.
My closing thoughts are this iMac's probably going to die within the next 3 months because of all the footage I'm throwing at it.
Maybe
college is going to be. I'm going to be doing my first semester in college in 2 months.
Oh wow! Yeah.
My first year in college, I should say, and I don't think I'm failing.
Well, at least you're passing. See, when you go from secondary school to college, it goes from wanting an A to just passing. All you have to do is pass, and that's it.
Funny story. I actually submitted an assignment, a lab report that was due at 9 o'clock this morning. You know, we had the whole week to do it, as you do. Yeah. I submitted it at 8:58 today.
Oh my god! I remember that throughout college.
I got it done at 8:30 this morning. I got up at 7 o'clock to do it.
You see, I've done like it's like 10 minutes beforehand, 5 minutes. Like you always like put it off. Yeah. Even though like for me, we weren't even given just a week. We were given like 2 weeks and 3 weeks to do ours, and we still the whole class like would be at the last like 2-3 days would be all in panic trying to get finished.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
We'd be in the group chat like trying to help each other out and panicking, being like we have to get it and staying up like to all hours to get it finished.
I know the feeling.
And then you'd be staying right up until to like 5 minutes before you have to upload it is when you finish it, and then you have to load up the website, and then hope that the website doesn't crash, and hope that you get it in. It's like so
just put the computer in rights and it'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Have a big fan beside it. It'll be fine. It'll help.
So anyways, no more closing thoughts? All right, so we will catch you in the next episode.